Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is J.D. Bird. You are listening to Maybank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
Being a member of the basketball team is no different district for 2 years. Academically, Kate is in the top 15% of his class and will graduate with 57 dual credit hours and his welding certification while also earning the TVCC honor roll last fall. He and his family are members of the First Baptist Church of Varsity. In the fall, Kate will attend Sam Houston State University to pursue a business degree. He would like to thank his family for all their support over the years. These special group of seniors before you have demonstrated all the characteristics of being high achievers on the court as well as academic leaders in the classroom. Their hard work, discipline, and will to succeed are the same qualities that will carry them to a very promising future as adults. It has been an honor to coach these young men, and along with their parents, I'm very proud of their achievements. They will be missed. Give your 2024-25 May Panthers a hand. And let's get ready for some basketball.
Got it off the. I feel you.
Well, JD, it was a little bit of a untraditional start to this one as senior night just kind of all of a sudden was going. But, I'm a man of tradition. I like my traditions. So if you don't mind, go ahead and hit the intro, and let's get this thing started the right way. Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is JD Bird. You are listening to Maybank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
All right, so it is Taylor Honey
And JD Bird.
Cedar Creek Media, as always, hanging out here with you tonight. So as you saw, yes, it is senior night here tonight. And JD, you at the girls' senior night, you get a little bit of a respite because you know that you've got some more coming. You know what I mean? There's still a little bit more going on, but now it is truly here. This is the final home game of the year in Maybank. So this is the last time we're going to be sitting courtside here until volleyball season of next year. And
Yeah.
I know I could see by the look in your eyes I hadn't really hit you quite yet, but that is the truth. So it is the last time we will be here at Panther Gymnasium this year. Of course, our next round of sports is going to be outside, so that's going to be nice going back outside. But yeah, man, it's a big night here tonight, and it's honestly got quite a bit at stake as well. In playoff positioning. Brownsboro pretty much playing for their playoff lives. They need a couple of things to go right, but the main thing they need is a win here tonight in Maybank to keep their playoff hopes alive. Whereas the guys over there in green, they really need this win to kind of keep that positioning going into the playoffs. Athens and Canton both right now smaller. They will be the two smaller schools the way things are shaping up. But you know, Maybank, if they want to hold on to that Division I or that first seed in the D1, they really need to come away with the win here. The win would end up making it an 18-win season. So you kind of like to see that 16, 17, 18 wins is a minimum. You really like to see a number starting with a 2. But you can take that 8 and be okay with it, and that would also make you 8-4 within the district. So that tells you had a pretty good district run. Didn't lose to anybody twice except for Athens.
Yeah.
So, but of course that's if you can beat these Brownsboro Bears tonight, because of course in Brownsboro the last time these two teams played, Brownsboro took these guys out. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to be there to cover that one because of the wind and ice and snow that was supposed to be here that never actually showed up. Well, they ended up moving the games around. We decided we were going to, take the wait and see approach, and then we wait and saw that there was absolutely nothing, so we probably should have ended up in Brownsboro, but we didn't, so hey, that's just what it is. But playoffs, now you're pretty well, or not even pretty well, you are locked into the playoffs. You will be a playoff team this year, but again, seeding does have a difference. So I'm expecting a good one here at the end of the year. A lot of times if you see like professionals or, college or whatever, you see a lot of the great games happen that last game of the year because people are scrapping and fighting and everything. And that's kind of what I have expectations for here tonight.
Yeah, and especially with so much on the line for this Brownsboro team, they want to be able to come on the road here tonight and, soil this senior night here for Maybank, as well as get themselves that position in playoffs. So a lot riding on their game tonight. Of course, other things have to go right for them to have that chance, but they are able to come in here and do their part of what they need. So I imagine they're coming in with a lot of fire and looking to try to take out these Panthers. And, of course, these Panthers trying to make the statement at home, their last home game this year, trying to protect the court is always fun to watch a home team on the last game that they have in their home gym, and how much pride that they take in that to just stomp out anyone that tries to come into their home and threaten what they have here. So I imagine both of these teams are going to come out firing on all cylinders tonight, and I guarantee it'll be a good one to watch.
Well, basketball fans, there is a familiar name over on that Brownsboro sideline that has not been part of this Brownsboro team. If you know anything about the LaPointer Flyers over the last few years, their boys basketball team kind of ran on one guy, and that was Man Scott. And JD, he just so happens to be on this Brownsboro team now. From what I understand, family moved over last year at some point. I guess Man wanted to play football from this year. And again, that's just rumor from what I hear, but from what I know, he wanted to play some football this year. Actually did move over to Brownsboro, played some football. I think he was a tight end for them, if I remember correctly, and I think he had a pretty good year. But again, that LaPointer team's kind of always been known as a really scrappy, really good team, and he was a big part of those teams for the last few years. So definitely somebody that can turn on the juice and change up a game real quick.
Yeah, him and his brother over there, the Scotts, over there in LaPointer, kind of ran things a little bit, as it were, over there in LaPointer for a while. His brother graduated last year, and so I guess it was time for him to decide to make the move that he wanted to go elsewhere. So Brownsboro is where he ended up finding himself, and he's looking to continue where he left off in LaPointer.
Right, that is exactly it. Well, let's see. We've got a few minutes left here until actually, here, tell you what, let me go ahead and give you this. Let's just go ahead and run down the full district standings before we take off. Oh, and, that's another thing I failed to mention here, JD. Another reason why these Panthers are fired up here tonight, of course, they're coming off one of their few losses this year, especially in district play, and that second loss, again, to Athens. So that was on Friday. So, again, they're looking to get that taste out of their mouth. Didn't mean to mention that, and I never did, so. But leading on the top of the District 15 standings, it is those Athens Hornets holding on to an 11-0 district record, and they're putting that up against, I believe, Van tonight. I believe they're playing Van, so got a pretty decent opponent trying to hold off their perfect record. So we'll see what the Hornets are able to do. They are, again, 11-0 in district, 22-8 overall, and they have a 9-game winning streak, so it has been hot for the Hornets. In second place is your Maybank Panthers, 7-4 within district, 17-8 overall in district play. And JD, one of the things I like to see is in district play, the Panthers are 662 points for and 619 against. That means they played in a lot of close games. So going into the playoffs, that kind of experience is definitely something that can help you out. Canton is in third place. They're holding on to a even record at 6-6, so their district schedule is done. Again, 6-6, 16-14 overall. Van 5-6, 20-11 overall. Lindale 4-7, 12-18 overall. This Brownsboro Bears team 4-7 and 13-16 overall. And Kemp 2-9 in district and 11-22 overall. Well, it looks like it's just about time for the starting announcements. So without further ado, let's turn it over to announcer man, Mr. Jeremy Ashley, to do the honors. National anthem first, folks. National anthem first. Order of operations. If I was a math teacher, I wouldn't be very good.
Hello, and welcome to the Maybank High School Gymnasium for tonight's contest between the visiting Brownsboro Bears and your Maybank Panthers. Please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Now for the starting lineups for the visiting Bears. Guard, junior, number 5, Dan Brown. Guard, junior, number 0, Gabe Hendricks. Post, senior, number 25, Peyton Broadway. Forward, senior, number 3, Lane, and guard, senior, number 15, and Scott. The Brownsboro Bears are coached by Brent Smith, Kyle Thompson, and Brandon Dowd. And now, on your feet for your Maybank Panthers. At guard, 6'3", who's a senior, number 0,
All right, so just about time to get this clash of the Titans, as I'm going to dub it, JD, on the way. So I try and clean up a couple of cables here real quick. Hey, look at here. We got a new guy out of the jump. Mr. Rev Neighbors did a pretty good job trying, but not quite able to get it there. So Brownsboro going to start out with it here because I'm caught in a chair. There we go.
There it is.
Man Scott working with it, trying to find some space. Kicks back out to the outside. And Dalen Gibbs going to get the first steal of the game, first turnover for either side. And I'll take it when it's going that way.
Absolutely.
Mr. Van Horn, one of our fantastic sponsors. Ask where you get the game tonight. Let me tell you, if you're a sponsor, you get prioritized. I'm going to make sure I get you answered. I apologize. On air, away, in China, in Australia, wherever we may be, I'm going to get you taken care of. So it was a turnover down on the other end as we get all set here. Sorry, senior night takes a little bit of extra preparations back on this end. Speaking of this end, Brownsboro trying to find somewhere to go. Scott again with the ball, going to kick it to the outside. Thought about a three, couldn't, but didn't let it go there, was Keaton Delaney. But now Scott going to take a deep three, no good, collected by Luke Carter, going back the other way. See, he's going to keep it, set up the offense down on the other side, going left side, nice spin inside, trying to find somewhere to go. Kind of puts up kind of a strange looking shot, but it's only strange if it doesn't go down. And
Mr. Luke Carter very comfortable in those situations.
Absolutely. Inaugural shot of the night is a difficult one for Luke Carter. Now, this is Gabe Hendricks working with the ball, kicks over to Delaney. Delaney right over to Scott, and we told you Scott's going to be a big part of this offense. It's going to be an off-ball violation on Keaton Delaney there.
Yeah, I think they're going to catch him with a moving screen right there.
Aha. Got quite the contingent of students here tonight. Big old student section, like seeing that. As one of your seniors of the night, Ty Perkins, brought it down, tossed it over to another senior, Gibbs. We tried to get it to another senior, Penland, so they're just going to play a senior three-man weave here as Penland sets a pretty nice pick. Gibbs gets inside, can't get the shot to go down, collected off the glass by Hendricks, pushing it pretty quick. That was a nice move back behind his back, able to keep it in possession here. Now Scott going to kick back over. Delaney take a three, no good off back iron, but collected by the Bears. Do a good job of not letting it go out of bounds as well. Delaney again with it, going to be working against Gibbs. Now over to Scott again, thought about another deep three, but now going to try and get inside, kick it back out, and that is Danton Wright. Again, going to get beat to Scott. Scott working from that elbow, kicks over back into the corner, getting inside, touches off the top of the backboard, but no out of bounds call. Either way, Luke Carter has it going back the other way with the Panthers. Floater is good. So that's just about as smooth as silk, and Luke Carter putting on a show here for the Maybank faithful tonight. So Brownsboro still looking to get their first point of the ball game. Did a good job to get it inside. That was 25, Peyton Brockway, doing a little bit of a rockaway move.
Yeah, just goes straight up and puts it in.
Yeah. Sometimes you got that height that works out for you as Gibbs' three, no good. It's going to end up out of bounds, and they say last touch by Hendricks. So it will stay down on this side of the court, and we'll stay with the guys in white and green. Of course, Brownsboro in their traditional blue and gold. Inbound is to Luke Carter. Leading scorer in the game in the early going, has all four of the Panther points. Now going to give over to Gibbs. Gibbs, nice feed inside to Rev. Rev couldn't quite hang on to it, but does a good job to save it before it goes out of bounds. And Gibbs comes out of the pile with it, goes strong to the bucket, no foul called, but ball out of bounds, last touched by the Bears. So Perk going to be doing the inbounding here. Gets it over to Luke in the corner. Luke trying to find a little space, work some room, went baseline. There's a whistle. They say he stepped out of bounds and
yeah,
couldn't.
they're going to say his foot was on the line there.
Didn't have the angle. Couldn't quite see what the ref called. So that is going to be Wright bringing it up as he crosses half court for the Bears. Work it into the hands of Scott. Now, still working it around the top of the three-point line. Hendricks with it in his hand. Gives over to Delaney. Delaney to Scott. Scott's going to get in, put up an elbow shot, no good. And out of bounds. Believe they're going to get Gibbs there as the last touch. So it will remain Bear ball. Inbound goes to Delaney, who finds Hendricks out on the outside. Had a little bit of space, but decided not to shoot it. Now Delaney right back to Hendricks. Sets a nice screen, had plenty of space, just too strong. Ends up planking off the back iron, or the backboard.
Wow.
And was assaulted was Luke Carter there, but able to get back up, use Rev Neighbors as a friend there, and then almost able to drop the deep three. Just rims off the front iron there. It is again going to be Wright setting it up, who got to Scott. Scott loses the ball, ends up in the hands of Gibbs. And they're actually going to say Scott reached in after Gibbs had possession of the ball. So that will be Mann's first foul of the ball game, but the second for Brownsboro. Now your traditional starter and one of your better shooters, Carter Sims, making an appearance, coming in for the senior, Rev Neighbors. I doubt he plays any minutes, but it's nice to see Matt Cruz sitting on the sideline here tonight, JD, and in uniform.
Absolutely.
Wearing that 11 proudly over there with his guys as Perkins gets into the paint, does a nice job, little scoop.
Whoa.
Man.
Ty Perkins put on a show.
Absolutely, and then Luke Carter able to get a steal back on the other end. Perkins still with it, kicks over to Sims. Going to take his first shot and drains it from the corner. So Maybank putting on a little push here in the beginning. 9-2 run in the first 5 minutes and change of this. And I'm telling you, this Maybank team, you can definitely tell they are jazzed up for senior night, jazzed up for the crowd they have in front of them, and really treating this like a playoff tune-up game. Because again, this is a good Brownsboro team. As you've seen, they've done a couple of things well. Their shots just not going down for them right now. But traditionally, this Brownsboro team is a pretty tough squad. So this is a really nice game to have as you're going into the playoffs, sharpening up against a top-quality opponent. Again, don't let the records fool you, especially Brownsboro went on a run there for a minute. They started off really rough. I wanted to say they were like 1-6 or 0-6 or something like that in district, and then rattled off like 3-4 wins in a row. Beat like Van, Canton, Lindale. I mean, they played some really good basketball. So this is definitely no slouch team that you're playing against tonight. So to be playing this well against them is definitely saying something for you. So Scott bringing it down the other way, kicks over into the corner. Now back in the hands of Brockway. He's got the 2 points so far for the Bears. The three for Scott, going to go off left rim and out of bounds. Perkins going to push it up quick, gets it to Penland. Penland tried to get a feed into Carter Sims, but ends up hitting off the rim. That was definitely a pass, not a shot, but ended up in the wrong spot. As Scott going to get to the hoop and get one to go down. So that doubles the score for the Bears, now 9-4 with 2 minutes and a couple of seconds left here in this first quarter. Here's Gibbs. Oh, had a real nice find into Penland, but great job of moving down into the lane there by Scott. Able to cut off the pass, knock it out of bounds, so Panthers will have to reset here. Inbound went to Penland, trying to find somewhere to go, gives up to Perkins. Perkins going to work to his left, get into the paint, nice feed into Penland. Penland can't get the shot to go down. A lot of contact there, can't get the second shot to go down either as he collected his own miss. And now some tough defense by Dalen Gibbs, able to get the ball away, goes between three Bears.
Holy cow!
And gets the score.
Dalen Gibbs.
Have yourself a night here, son.
Woo!
If that's the only play you make tonight, that might be enough to call it a good game. As my goodness, goes through 3 Bears, gets the shot and the harm. Extra one coming up here for the senior Dalen Gibbs. Shot is good. Substitution. Ty Perkins going to be coming in. Jaden Collin.
Mr. Dalen Gibbs already with 3 steals in the ballgame.
Look at JD stepping up his game over there, taking some real stats tonight.
I'm trying.
Better than me, my friend. Nice feed inside. Hendricks can't get the bunny. Had a taller defender on him, and Luke, his pass, really, he was way too far outside, but Carter Sims does a good job keeping it in. Shot at the bucket was no good, but I was so impressed by just being able to catch up to that ball and keep it. I didn't even get to the shot. Here's Scott going inside. What are they going to call here?
I think they're going to call it on the floor right there. As I believe Jaden Collin going to get caught with a push.
Yep, fresh off the bench, gets the first foul for the Panthers. As Scott has it now. Step out to the 3. Man, that was a nice little step back from 3. Able to put some points on the board. Stop the bleeding a little bit here for the Bears. Now down to a 5-point lead and under a minute to go in the first quarter. Here is Gibbs. Nice feed over to Collin. Collin looking for somewhere to go. Thought about going to Carter, but kicks out to Carter Sims. Now Sims inside, spinning around. High pass out to Jaden Collin. Does a good job bodying up Hendricks just to be able to catch it there. Now, nice feed inside to Penland. Penland tries the Penland shuffle, but is whacked. So it'll be 2 shots coming up here from the free throw line. Just couldn't get the field goal.
Yeah, I got 2 men up in the air right there and decided, you know what, even if I don't get it to go down, I'm going to get the foul this time.
So lining up is first. It's up and good. Carter Sims now going to sag back, so it'll only leave Dalen Gibbs down for a rebound. But they don't need it because Penland swirls it around and goes down. So Scott bringing it down, passes it over, as you saw there, to Wright. Now Hendricks with it. Kicks back to Scott. Again, a deep 3, and again, he's going to hit. Woo! So, man, Scott, back-to-back possessions, deep 3s, closes it down to a 4-point lead. Maybank going to have the chance for the final shot if they want it. Pass skips out of bounds.
Yeah, ended up going off the leg of Brownsboro there.
That's what I was wondering, is it looked like it went off the leg of number 24, Lane Shaw there. So under 3 seconds, got to get it in and get a shot up quick as Gibbs just a turnaround.
Holy cow!
And he banks it off the glass. Somebody's enjoying themselves on senior night. Opens the lead back up to 7 points, 17-10. We're going to take a short break and be back with the second quarter. And, man, if it's anything like the first, we got a show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics. All right, back to it here. So as you saw, Gibbs was heat checking early in the second quarter, had a shot blocked out of bounds. Brownsboro, as you saw there, able to score on the ensuing possession. That was Hendricks able to get the points. So here is Collin going back the other way, worked off a nice little screen from Luke Carter, got into Penland, and Penland, I think his shot was tipped a little bit out of his hand as it came out. Clean up for Dalen Gibbs, but doesn't get that shot to go down either. So a few opportunities at the bucket for the Panthers, and they can't convert on that possession. So here is a deep three that goes down for Delaney. He put that up in the air right as I was about to say his name. Caught me off guard. So here is Collin going back the other way. It looks like Neighbors and Perkins getting ready to come back out onto the floor. Carter Sims going to spot up and take a three. No good. Collected off the rim by Delaney. Going to push it up to Hendricks. Hendricks going to slow things down, set up the offense here for his team. Kicks over to Delaney. Delaney looking for Scott, gets it to him. Deep three, no good.
But he's got the foul.
He does have a foul. Jaden Collin got a little too much skin contact there. So that is 3 free throws coming up here for Mr. Man Scott. First shot, no good. Bounced off the front of the rim there, just a little too low. Second one is good. Cradles in off the back rim. As you saw, his teammate there, Lane Shaw, crashing in. Forgot that it was 3. And it looks like Coach Carter actually going to take a timeout before the last shot.
Yeah, I don't think he completely liked what he saw from his guys right there in the opening part of this second. You know, they were firing on all cylinders there in the first, came out in the second, and just kind of got a little too antsy, if you will. And Brownsboro able to pull themselves back into only a 1-point deficit here. So just gonna talk it over with the guys, figure out the game plan going forward, and send it back out and have them execute.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And for as much as it feels like you really dominated this game from the outset, like you said, only a point differential here. So those are usually the scary kind of games where it feels like everything's hitting well for you and nothing's going right for the other team, but yet they're still in it. So Maybank definitely going to need to clean it up here and go on another one of those runs here in the second quarter. So Scott coming out to finish up his free throws. Third shot is good as well. So now we are all the way tied, 17 up. 6 minutes and change left in this second quarter. Luke Carter going to sag back. So we're going to play 4-on-4 here, and going to be a double dribble by Carter Sims. Went to make a move and then proceeded to do another dribble move. They're going to call you for that every time.
Yes, they will.
So Scott kicked over to Hendricks. Hendricks going to be working against Luke Carter. Carter not giving him any space. Now Delaney with it. Tries to cut inside. Goes between a couple. Didn't get the shot to go down, but offensive rebound, and the second shot also no good. That was Shaw trying to get the bucket as Carter Sims going to get inside and get the bucket. Going over the much taller Jacob Fulgham there, who was into the ball game, by the way, as a substitution. As Hendricks does a nice little move to get free right underneath the bucket. some kind of, I honestly don't know what that warning is.
Not sure either.
Huh. I'm going to have to learn something about basketball. I don't know what that meant. It's not often that I'm stumped, but I am completely stumped here. All right, so Perkins going to have it here. Kick over to Gibbs. Gibbs faked that deep three. You got to respect it now, but then throws it away. Gets lucky he didn't get called for a foul there, and honestly, probably a couple of fouls he didn't get called for as Delaney able to give Brownsboro their first lead of the ball game, 21-19, with under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Now Carter Sims going to get inside to the paint, find a back cut for Gibbs. Couldn't quite hold on to it, passes a little bit behind him, but Gibbs will tell you he probably should have caught that one. Now, shot, no good for Hendricks, but again collected off the board by Shaw, who again can't get his second chance shot to go down. Pass out to Luke Carter. Carter trying to find somewhere to go. Oh, beautiful pass into the good Reverend. Little spin shot. Almost like a handball pass right there. It was beautifully done by Luke Carter. Knotted up, 21 apiece. Man Scott trying to get inside. Splits through 3 defenders and finishes with the left hand. That was a high degree of difficulty. And Man Scott, again, if you're a basketball fan out in the area, you've seen him do that for many years. Perkins loses it as he tries to get into the paint. But now Carter Sims, corner three, good. Could use a few more of those Carter Sims patented corner threes. That is the Carter corner.
Kind of going back and forth, trading buckets right here are the two teams at the moment.
Let's see, foul's going to come before the shot.
No, I think they're going to say he was in the act of shooting, so.
Oh, yeah, they do. Okay, I apologize. And they're going to get Perkins on that. So 2 more free throws coming up here for Scott. First one good. Second, good as well. Substitution coming in. That is number 2, Jacob Fulgham coming out. And number 4, Omri, I apologize. Mr. Palmer. Mr. Palmer will be coming in.
There you go.
A-M-R-Y. So I'm assuming Omri. So Perkins with it, gets into the paint. Nice little float, and man, danced around the rim, but does find its way down. So these teams just trading the lead here back and forth with just that 1-point differential. Scott almost lost his dribble, but then nice feed inside and a good shot from Shaw. Had a Panther right on top of him, but able to get through the contact and get it to go in. As Perkins going to try and do the same on the other side. Just threw one up, so we'll be in the act of shooting. Going to call it on number 5, I believe, Danton Wright. Or 4, excuse me, number 4. So that's Palmer. 2 shots coming up here for Ty Perkins. First shot, good. Second freebie coming up here. It's up and also good. So, you know, there was a time where it seemed like the free throw shooting of this team kind of lulled out a little bit, JD, but over the last couple of games, they have really been on it from the free throw line. So it must be something Coach Carter has really emphasized over the last week or two.
Yeah, and they're perfect from it here tonight so far.
Hey, I like that. Scott with it. Going to try and get inside. Rise fire, good. Another high degree difficulty shot there for Man Scott. Continues the back and forth affair here. It's Perkins with it. Kicks over to Carter Sims. He thought about that deep three, but now going to get inside. Went baseline. Nice kick over to Rev. Can't get that to go down. Collected his own miss and went right back up. Kind of hobbled a little bit, but looks like he's all right. Brownsboro trying to push it down the other way quickly. Getting inside, kicking out to Hendricks. Hendricks trying to find somewhere to go, loses the ball, but able to collect it back over there in the corner. Gets to Scott. Scott 3, good. Man.
That'll be his third made 3 so far in the night.
Yeah, when he gets going, he's hard to stop. Now Luke Carter coming off the screen, gets into the paint, loses it out of bounds. Punched out by Hendricks. Pretty good job by him. Because once Luke Carter gets a full head of steam going, it's really hard to get between him and the bucket. Luke is one of the slitheriest guys you'll see, not just a shooter. Float pass goes into Luke, and he's going to be fouled. Ends up with Hendricks on his back. Didn't really like it. Kind of shot back a look to let him know as much. Can't say I disagree. I get the enthusiasm on defense, but if I have a defender jump on my back, I probably don't love it either. And look there, but Hendricks went and dapped him right up and said, hey, dude, my bad, apologies. And look at there, it's over. So like that, like seeing that from Hendricks. Big congrats to you, sir. Or kudos, I guess not congrats, but kudos. It's a pass going to be tipped away by Shaw. Carter Sims working in the 1-on-2 and blocks the shot. Those long arms of Carter Sims. Able to affect shots all year, and that time able to come away with the block and a foul. Lane Shaw ends up with a foul. Didn't really see what it was.
Yeah, he was a little upset after having a shot blocked. It went in the hands of Sims, and he kind of just grabbed the arms of Sim. Didn't let him go anywhere.
Feed inside to Penland. Penland shuffle. Oh, no good on the shot. Collected by Gibbs, and he goes in. So second chance points have been pretty common here tonight for the Panthers. And again, this is going to be Delaney. He's going to put up a shot from the elbow, bounces around and goes down. So we've seen a couple of big shots for Delaney. Those two really, with him and Man Scott, really carrying most of the load for the Bears offensively. Now Perkins kicks over to Carter Sims. He's going to get inside. Nice feed into Penland with the shuffle. And that time he gets it to go down. Every day he's shuffling, JD.
Every day.
Every day. Man Scott with a beautiful behind-the-back move. Pulls into a 3, no good. So maybe his hot streak has calmed down a little bit here as Luke now going to pull one from 3 and off back iron, no good. Slapped around and what do they say? Out on.
We're going to say it was out on Brownsboro.
Okay. So Perkins going to be inbounding. 15 seconds left to go here before the half. Got another little bit of senior presentation here before the half, or at the half, excuse me. Ball tipped out by number 11, Epperson there. So another inbound gets to Caden. Caden goes through contact from Shaw and able to get the bucket. So 36-34, Maybank trying to hold on to the lead before halftime. 4 seconds to go. Hendricks with it, gives over to Scott. Deep 3, no good. But boy, it was a lot closer than I like to see. Well, JD, let's go ahead and step aside, take a short break, and then we have got a family video from some of the family members of a couple of our senior guys here tonight. Unfortunately, weren't able to get everybody in this time, but I know work, school, things going on. Everybody couldn't quite get one in this week, or in this time, whatever I'm trying to say, but we did get at least a few. So hang with us. We're going to take a short break. We'll run that senior video. We'll run another short break, and we'll come back, let you know the keys to the second half right after this here on the Maybank Athletic.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hey, Caden, it's senior night, Maybank basketball. It's your last chance to play here on this Panther court. We love you. We're proud of you. We hope you've enjoyed playing this season as much as we've enjoyed watching you play. Go get them in playoffs.
Yes, we're super excited to watch you and cheer you on in playoffs. And it's been a joy watching you all these years. And we know no matter what you do or where you go, you'll be successful. And we can't wait to see what's in your next chapter.
This goes out to Ty Perkins, number one in the program, number one in my heart. For many high school players, their senior year is the most important. It's the last chance to play with friends and make a run at the playoffs. You often have to deal with a lot of pressure, but always have one thing to fall back on, the love of the game. Encouraging words can mean a lot. So take the words of Tom Brady to heart. You have to believe in your process. You have to believe in the things that you are doing to help them win and take the good with the bad. Now please get back to what that flying squirrel, Ty. Love you, kid.
Love you, Ty.
Hey, we just want to say congratulations on this being your senior year. You have accomplished so many things. We're so proud of you. I can't wait to see you on the court tonight, doing what you love. Let's go ball out. Yeah!
Proud with Ty, we are proud of you and we do love you and we have been proud of you throughout your school career. Just remember Matthew 26, or 19 and 26, all things are possible through Christ.
Hey Ty, love you very much and I've enjoyed watching you play ball all your life. Good luck tonight.
Hey Ty, just want to say congratulations on an awesome season, and I hope we have several more games ahead of us here in the playoffs, and I just want to say it's been a blast.
Hey, what's up, Ty? Your cousin here. Just want to say good luck on your senior night, and you're going to do amazing, and let's go dunk on them tonight.
Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Barks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
All right, back to it here. Cedar Creek Media, Taylor Honey.
JD Bird.
Hanging out on the Maybank Athletics YouTube page. So just a couple of minutes left to go here before the third quarter of action begins. But let's go ahead and get a scoring breakdown from you, Mr. JD, if you don't mind. And you can go ahead and start by telling me, man, Scott, he's close in the neighborhood of 20 now, yeah?
Yeah, he's just one shy.
Ooh.
He's got 19 points so far on the night. Had the 3 big threes that he knocked down, as well as getting inside quite a bit, and he's also hit 4 from the charity strike. Closely behind, well, I say closely, but there's a little bit of a margin there. His teammate Keaton Delaney coming up in the second spot for him with 7 points. After him, Hendricks got 4. And then finishing it off, Lane Shaw and Peyton Brockway, both with 2 points apiece. Over on the other side for Maybank, things are much more evenly spread out, if you will. We've got 2 guys with 8 points on the night so far, Carter Sims and Dalen Gibbs, both with 8 points apiece. And then you've got 2 players as well with 6 points apiece, Caden Penland and Ty Perkins, both with 6 points apiece. And then also you've got Luke Carter and Rev Neighbors, both with 4 points apiece. So everybody kind of sharing the love over there in Maybank so far tonight.
Absolutely. Been a big deal, it has been a big deal to spread the ball around. There is the point I was trying to get to. And that's one of those things that they tend to do in the first half, and then they let their scorers kind of take over in the second half. That is kind of a part of the Maybank formula, so I would expect to see Luke Carter getting some more shots up here in this third and fourth quarter. But the big thing, the thing that you have to do right now, right out of the gate, is you have got to find a way to stop Man Scott.
Yes.
Now, we talked about it at the very beginning of this one. Man is a fantastic basketball player, has been raised around basketball, was part of the LaPointer Flyers for years, and as everybody knows, that is a well-coached and well-ran school of basketball, not only for the boys but the girls. So it is part of the culture there in purple and white. So that's a number one right there. You got to find a way to stop Man Scott. And another big thing is when you're getting these offensive rebounds, you have got to capitalize with second chance points. So they've done a pretty decent job of it here tonight, especially earlier. They were getting a lot of those second chance points, but as the time has kind of gone down, they've gotten away from it, and that if you're getting an offensive rebound, you need to go back up. You need to go back up strong and get it done. Well, let's take one more very short break before the start of this third quarter. We'll be right back.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
All right, so here we are back for the third quarter of play. Going to be Hendricks inbounding over to said Man Scott. Feeds inside to Delaney. Scott now with it, going to try and get inside, get going right again out of the quarter. Bounces around, does not go down. Perkins going to bring it up for the guys in white and green. Slowing things down here, setting up the offense. Kicks it into Penland. Penland trying to find somewhere to go. Now with Carter Sims. Sims back to Gibbs. And now Perkins again with it. So Maybank going to be a little bit more meticulous on their decisions here on the offensive side. Perkins drives in, tries to find somewhere to go, gets to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a lane, can't get the shot to go down. It's a little too strong off the backboard there. Going to give Brownsboro another chance. Scott brings it down, kicks over to Hendricks. Hendricks over to Delaney, right back to Scott. Scott likes it in that corner as he does a step back three and nets it. So another step back three for Scott. Got plenty of moves to get himself some space on the floor and get to his shot. As Perkins has it, trying to set somewhat of a screen with the ball. Now gives over to Luke Carter, as we were saying. Would expect him to be shouldering a bit more of the offensive load here in this half. Works off the screen from Penland, kicks out to Sims. Sims in the corner, no good. Good try on the answer, or good try to try and answer. Woo! As Luke Carter then able to put one off the glass. Recapture the lead here, 38-37. JD, we said we expected this one to be an interesting one so far, or tonight, and so far it has delivered. The ball now in the hands of Wright. Going to kick over to Hendricks. Hendricks over to Scott. Nice find inside to Wright. Wright, beautiful pass, and able to get the easy shot there is Brockway, beneficiary of a beautiful behind-the-back pass. And now Carter Sims going to work to get inside. Just too small. There's Dalton Wright there, or excuse me, Danton Wright. Carter Sims has him by about 6 inches, so it's a good effort to try and keep him out, but Sims says, nah, I got this, Bubba.
Goes right up and in.
Yeah. So Brockway working with it from the three-point line, gives over to Delaney. Delaney over to Scott, thought about the three. Going to be working against Perkins, gives up to Hendricks. Hendricks trying to find some space, gives to Wright. Wright goes to his right. Brockway with it, kicks over to Delaney. Three, no good. Collected by Luke Carter. Luke has been big on the board so far tonight. Had to outlet it with Caden Penland, but now again in the hands of Luke. Luke, oh man, going to be a moving screen called on number 24, Caden Penland there. Will be his first of the ball game, first for the Panthers in the third quarter. Scott gives over to Hendricks. Hendricks over to Wright. Wright can be working against Sims. Gives back to Scott. Scott tries to get inside. Floater, no good. Collected by Penland. Had to stay strong there. Wrap a couple of hands around the basketball. Does a good job of it. Perkins with a little inside-out move. Doesn't fool Scott. But now going to try and get inside of the paint. Gets Sims on the cut, but just not quite able to hang on to it there. Now Wright trying to get back the other way. 2-on-1. Hendricks can't get the bunny. It's a good job by Carter Sims trying to close down on the defense. Second chance shot was good for the Bears, and timeout now going to be taken by Coach Carter and his crew. So continual back and forth affair here.
Yeah, just kind of trading leads.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's been. It's really been that way since about midway through, or maybe even a little bit before that, of that second quarter. Neither team able to get and establish a lead. I think the biggest we've seen since then was maybe 2 or 3 points. So, but the boys do have one big factor here tonight, as they have got quite the crowd here. Student section quite massive here at Panther Gymnasium tonight. Also got the full squadron of the 6th place Maybank Lady Panther cheer squad. When I say 6th place, of course, I mean in state. Ladies finished 6th in state this year, and out of however many 4A programs that is a pretty big deal. So congratulations to them, yeah. So Perkins with it, fed over to Luke Carter. Carter working against the smaller Hendricks, realizes how much of a mismatch he has. Now feed inside to Neighbors, puts it high off the glass. That was beautifully done there by the good Reverend.
Yeah, beautifully done there by Mr. Carter as well to get it to him in a spot where he's able to make a move like that.
Scott, nice reverse layup, man. Stop me when you say that. High degree difficulty on the shot for Scott. Now Perkins going to get inside, put up a floater, no good, but ends up back with it in his hands. Trying to find somewhere to go. Back out, slow things down, let Luke Carter put his hands on it, set things up. Again, working against Hendricks. Stop and pop, and man, that is just bread and butter right there for Luke Carter.
Luke Carter only with one miss on the night so far. It was a three-pointer. Has not really shot a lot, but when he has shot, it has fallen for him.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Luke is so good at. He has got that stop and start, get up and go really quick and then be able to stop just as fast. As Brownsboro not able to get a couple of shots to go down, but Hendricks able to collect it, gives right to three, no good, and Luke Carter going to come out of a pile of blue with the basketball, gives up to Sims, and Sims doesn't get the shot to go down, but will have two shots coming up here. A chance to build up more than a 1-point lead.
This will be his first time on the free throw line tonight.
No good on the first, wide left. Looks like you got substitution coming in now. Jaden Collin coming in for Ty Perkins. Coach Carter doing a little coaching on the sidelines while he's got the opportunity. Second shot for Sims is good. That one's pure. A little bit more of what we're used to seeing for Carter Sims. So Scott going to be working it down. They have got the Energizer Bunny in to defend him, and Jaden Collin. Outside kick, right three, no good. Collected by Collin, high up off of the glass, and he is going to bring it down the other way. Going to try and get inside, working against Wright. Going to be a foul called.
It's one thing we don't talk about Jaden Collin a lot. Right there, he was the one able to bring down the rebound for the Panthers going the other direction. And when he comes into the game, that's really what he provides. His defense and his ability to be able to rebound the basketball is something that is
second to none.
It's special. And especially for a guy at his height, his ability to get out of the air. Oh, as they were trying to get a little tip in to Gibbs right there. His ability to get in the air for someone of his size, fighting against guys that are much bigger than him. He does a great job competing.
He does, and that's why I'm calling him my Energizer Bunny, man, and he just doesn't run out of gas, and he is just so jumpy and twitchy and everything that you love in a basketball player as Luke Carter keeps fighting and able to get the second, or really third chance shot to go down. So here is Scott going back the other way. Brownsboro looking to get back into this. That was a Harlem Globetrotter-esque crossover there. That was pretty nice. It was a shot from the corner, no good there. Gibbs coming back down the other way. He's going to have a lot of contact. Foul going to be called. Let's see who they get it on.
Maybe they're going to catch Scott with it.
Yes, sir. So two shots coming up here. That first quarter, it looked like Dalen was going to put up 40 tonight. Cooled off considerably since then, but see if he can get it back on track. He does get one there. Second shot coming up here and bounces around, no good, but collected by Neighbors. Second chance shot, no good for Neighbors. So Hendricks going to push it back the other way. Brownsboro had the numbers, but had to pass out of it. Scott going to rise and fire from the elbow and get it to go down. Scott might be going for 40 here tonight. They don't get him off the shot. Carter Sims with it, going to get inside, split a few, can't get the shot to go down. Rev gets it, has his shot blocked, and Scott lost his shoe, slipping and sliding. Floater, no good. Neighbors able to get it, flip it out to Collin. Collin gets to Carter, three, good. So Luke able to put a little bit of an exclamation here. Timeout, officials timeout going to be taken here. As there's
Scott right there had lost his shoe on the way down for the offense and then ran back, put it back on, and was still able to get in there and try to play some defense.
We told you, he is
He's
a heck of a player.
Special player right there.
Hendricks with it, got Luke to commit to the total wrong side, but doesn't put up the shot. You got to shoot when you're that open. Delaney now kicks over to Scott. That's a beautiful move. Rise fire. Good.
Goodness.
Man, Scott just can't seem to miss right now.
Showing no signs of stopping, that's for sure.
No. And you know what? I appreciate it because he does it without the talking, the chirping, the what-nevers. Three-pointer for Gibbs, good as well. But, man, Scott just goes out there and he lets his game do the talking for him. We don't always see that, so it's always nice to see a guy of that caliber just going out there, acting like he's been there before and just doing it right. So to the Scott family, you got a good one.
Absolutely. Looks like they had a little bit of a mess up with the visitor score there. Now it's back up there.
There we go. So under 20 seconds to go here, 16 to be exact. It's the thing about trying to say seconds. As soon as you say one, it's going to be the wrong one. As Colin got inside but can't get the finish. Just a little too wide on the shot. Is Scott going to try and go down? It's actually going to be a foul. And look at that. Another circus shot for Man Scott that went down. It won't count, but Colin going to get called for the foul before the shot.
4 seconds left, so Brownsboro going to have a chance for the last second shot here.
Inbound, trying to find somewhere to go. As Rockman kicks over to Delaney. Just took too long. Didn't have that much time to try and get the score there. As Brockway fed him really pretty well, but just couldn't make anything happen. We're going to step away, take a short break. Be right back after this.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Bird with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, back to the action here. Brownsboro had the ball go out of bounds on them, so Maybank going to have possession of the ball here. Here is Luke Carter working off a little screen. Puts up a shot, thought he was going to get the foul, but no foul called.
Going to get caught with a foul, though.
Of his own, yeah.
Going to be his first of the ball game, though.
Typical of Luke. He's not typically a fouler. Only saw him really get in foul trouble one time this year, and that was there in Lindale. Scott has it. Him and Delaney kind of working things out on the floor there, having a little conversation. Now Delaney with it, gets inside. Going to be a blocking foul called. 2 shots coming up.
They're going to get Carter Sims right there with the foul.
So first shot for Delaney, good. Second shot bounces around and won't go down, but Hendricks able to come away out of the pile with it. Now Delaney can have an open three. Ends up making a 4-point play out of the ordeal, getting the three off the miss. So that is definitely a way these Bears can climb back into this ball game. It is only a 3-point deficit. 7 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Perkins going to be doing the setup here.
Yeah, they're going to be slowing things down here, trying to wear out these Bears for the final period.
That's exactly it. You know, Coach Carter is not afraid to run the four corners. Carter Sims now with it, trying to find a lane to get to. Nice little behind the back move, still working around, getting around, trying to find somewhere. Now going to have to pass it back out. So that was some tough finding there for Carter Sims. Does a good job to decide to pass it out, keep it going, not force up a nasty shot. Perkins going to have to kick back out to Sims now. Sims going to get inside. Offensive foul. I was a little bit worried about that. Sometimes when you get that arm straightened out, you know, you get that Heisman pose going, it's going to end up being a penalty.
Got caught for it there.
So Brownsboro with the opportunity to tie this thing up on the possession. There's a man to do it. Man Scott going to kick back out to Delaney. Thought about the deep three, going to get inside, put up the float, no good. And Hendricks, shortest man on the court, comes away with the rebound and the second chance bucket. Now Luke going on the attack on the other end. Tries to get inside, tried to get the foul call. They do call it, but it is late. So 2 shots coming up here for the junior leader of the Panthers.
It's going to be his first time in the line so far tonight.
Haven't seen much from him offensively tonight. First one is good.
Well, we say we haven't seen much of him, but he has put up 13 points for his team so far.
Wow, that's quiet 13.
Exactly.
Can't get the second one to go down, but Perkins able to get the rebound, gets a man up in the air, and he's going to be fouled. So 2 more shots coming up as Perkins steals one of his dance partner's moves there and goes for the Penland shuffle and able to make it work out. First shot for Perk, good. And Perkins is the only person I know that has a straight up and down shot that looks like a fadeaway.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
He got some swagger with that jump shot.
He does. It always looks like he's kind of doing a little bit of a fadeaway, even on just his normal shot. But, hey, he makes it work. Been a great free throw shooter all year. Knock on wood. There we go. Knocking. All right, the wood worked. The wood worked that time.
Yeah, still perfect from the line so far tonight.
For the team?
Oh, no, not for the team.
Okay.
Mr. Perkins himself still perfect.
10-4. So Scott does a pretty good job of leaning into Caden Penland there. Going to get Penland to pick up just kind of a ticky-tack foul. And that will be the 4th now.
About to say, they're starting to get into a bit of trouble here with fouls as Brownsboro about to be getting sent to the line for every single one they commit after this.
Delaney, rise, fire, no good. Collected by Luke. Luke going to push it down quickly. Has a man open in the corner. It's Colin. Colin didn't quite get it cleanly. It has his pass stolen away by man Scott. Scott against Perkins. Perkins does the right thing there. Doesn't pick up a silly foul. Allows the 2 points to keep Brownsboro off of the free throw line for a little bit longer. Now Luke going to be working against Hendricks. Tries to get into the corner. Playing a little ISO here. Has to kick back out to Carter Sims. Sims thought about the deep three. Now going to just blow by everybody. And Carter Sims is not going to miss when he gets in like that with nobody around him.
Yeah, he's got such great body control when he heads to the rim. Just his hang time is unreal.
He floats. He does not have a huge vertical, but somehow he seems to sit in the air for about a half a second before he goes down. So Scott with it, going to be working against Perkins, kicks out to Shaw. They let Shaw shoot it if he wanted to, but no such thing. Here is a rise and fire, hits nothing there. Collected by Luke. Now Jaden Collin going to push it down quickly. Sims in the corner. No good. Collected by Hendricks. And again, smallest man on the court, but he is not afraid. He has been on the boards a lot tonight. Three-pointer for Scott, no good. Second chance effort, no good. Ball ends up out of bounds, and they say last touched
by Dalen Gibbs there.
Yeah, by the Panthers. So it will remain in the hands of the Bears, be inbounded from underneath their own bucket. A couple guys get tied up. Collin hit the floor, had to get up quickly. Now Scott with it for receiving the pass from Fulgham. Now going to try and get inside. Goes behind the back. Rise fire. No good. Again going to be collected by Luke Carter. Has to throw it off. So he threw it off of Shaw, but officials saying that the ball ended up hitting him before. Well, it hit off of a Brownsboro player, careened, and then hit Luke before hitting the ground. Couldn't think of the right word to say there for a second. Inbound goes to Hendricks, now right, now over to Scott. Scott going to get inside. No foul called. Should have been a foul against Perkins if we're being honest, but works out in the way of the Panthers. Ball did end up out of bounds. They say it was touched by Brownsboro. So Panthers going to be going back on the attack. Here is Luke Carter going the other way. Nice little hesitation move. Kicks out to Carter Sims. Passes a little outside. Sims collected three. No good. Second chance also no good. Ball now out of bounds. And he's going to say touch last by Fulgham. Yeah, needed a little bit better pass there from Luke Carter into the corner. You hit that Carter Sims breadbasket. There's not many better on a wide open three. Now trying to find somewhere to get it into. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Carter. So tell you what, while they're doing that timeout, let's go ahead and take us another short little timeout and be right back right after this.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
Telling you right now, mashed potato bowl don't sound too bad.
Not at all.
And also, don't forget they've got breakfast over at Golden Chick now. Got that Farmerito. That thing looks massive. But I'm telling you what interests me the most is that honey butter tender roll they got going on over there. That sounds like a good breakfast option for me.
So I did the math for the other side of things. Mr. Man Scott, currently with 30 points in the ballgame.
Well, you've slowed him down a little bit in the second half. He had 19.
Yeah. So have done a little bit of a better job controlling him, but still seems to be kind of scoring on you at will.
A player like that, it's hard to stop. As Carter gets inside, going to be fouled and spin hard into the air. Oh, okay.
It's like there was a wet spot on the floor.
Yeah,
I was thinking maybe Luke Carter's knee was giving out on him.
Yeah, it scared me.
I think he was slipping in his own sweat right there.
I think he was playing it up a little bit as well with his buddy. So Coach Sabo and the official going to hit the mop. Which, of course, on a court is not actually a mop. It's a whole bunch of Gatorade. And it's always Gatorade towels.
Oh, yeah.
It is all, no matter what level of competition, it is always Gatorade towels. As Carter got the first one to go down, but I'm telling you, they must just print Gatorade towels all day, every day for how many there are in the world. Second shot, also good from Luke.
This time able to go perfect from the line.
Yeah. Opens up a two-possession advantage as well at 61-55. 3 minutes left to go, but this Brownsboro team is definitely not one to sleep on. Collin going to get called for a reach in here. Thought he got a clean pick, but got caught with his hand in the purse.
Oh, they're going to say that it was in the act of shooting here.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be on the ground, but
okay.
They are sending Mr. Hendricks to the line.
That will also be the fifth. Oh, it's fifth foul.
Oh, that's why. That is why.
Yep.
That is exactly why.
Yep. Trust me, I was right there with you. I was like, hold on, wait, what? But yeah, no, fifth foul. So will be free throws for the last 3 minutes here. The second one bounces around, does not go down. Luke Carter again able to come up with the rebound. So Perkins working back the other way. I swear, my mustache keeps curling up into my nose. It's driving me nuts, JD. Here's Carter Sims getting into the paint. Trying to get it fed inside to Luke Carter. It was tipped off of Hendricks, but they're going to say no instant replay, so the officials are going to stick with what they've got. They called it Brownsboro ball, and they will remain that way. So Scott and his Bears get a freebie here as he's trying to find somewhere to go. Kicks over to right. Right working from the logo against Carter Sims. Kicks over to man Scott. Let's see, looks like they're looking.
Going to catch Perkins, I think, with a foul right there.
That is exactly it. Will be his second, and it is 2 shots coming up here for Fulgham. First one good. Second, good as well.
Timeout going to be taken by Brownsboro.
Fulgham also coming off of that free throw. Looks like he's got a little slight hitch in the giddy up on that left side there. So hope he'll be doing all right.
We're going to take one of the full minute variety here.
Well, be a chance for folks at home to see the fantastic ladies of the Maybank Lady Panther Cheer Squad do their thing. And don't have any kind of way of like keeping up with like the actual scores and stuff. But again, who do we say it was, JD? Paris and Wills Point, right? The girls are playing tonight, I believe. And whoever wins that one is going to be who will move on to play Maybank. Of course, the Lady Panthers it is Paris and Wills Point. So whoever wins that one will move on to play against your Lady Panthers in the area round of the playoffs. Of course, they got the big win last night out at Tyler Junior College. It was a lot of fun to be out there. Again, folks, don't forget that playoffs will be broadcast on the NFHS network. So if you're here, don't forget the boys will be making the playoffs, and you will need to move over to NFHS. The UIL and NFHS have an agreement, so playoffs all have to be broadcast through that system. So it's not our choice, just what it is. And yes, there is a subscription fee. We're sorry about it. Here is Jaden Collin, going to get into the paint. Kicks over to Carter Sims. Sims 3.
Got it.
Good. Woo! Big shot there. Biggest one of the night for Carter Sims. Pushes it out to a 3-possession lead with 2 minutes to go here. Right with the ball. Going to be working against Sims. Panthers playing man-to-man here. Don't see him play man-to-man way too often. They're going to say Delaney stepped on the line and out of bounds, so that will be a turnover for the Bears. Inbound going to go to Jaden Collin. Minute 45 left to go here. Collin working against Wright, had Wright on the hip, and Wright going to get called for the foul. So that will be the 4th team foul, 3rd against him. So one more will be putting the Panthers on the line for bonus shots through the rest of the quarter. Carter Sims with it, going to slow things down. Fulgham going to step out, start that 5-second count. Sims with a nice little shake and bake, got free, now kicks back over to Collin. And another foul going to be called, bump. going to go against the same young man. That is Wright, and that will be the 5th foul. So 2 shots coming up here for the lefty, Jaden Collin.
It'll be Wright's 4th foul personally, so can only give up 1 more before he is not in this one anymore.
They're going to leave him out there. Only 1:27 left, so still got some currency to play with, but not a whole lot, like you said there, JD. Second one goes down for Jaden. Opens it up to now an 8-point advantage. Scott with it, looking for Delaney to make a little move. Now working off the screen, almost loses the dribble, kicks out to Hendricks. Hendricks going to take it to the top. Kick over to Delaney. Delaney being closely guarded by Gibbs now. Spin move, shot, good. Woo! Just put that way up in the air. Dalen Gibbs played that just about perfectly. There's not much you can do there. That's the problem. You can play perfect defense, and if they do perfect offense, there ain't no stopping it.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So going to be another full timeout here. I didn't see who called it, I believe
it was Brownsboro.
Oh. Well, one of the two. It's definitely one of the two. Matter of fact, JD, if you don't mind, I'm going to throw my cord up over the top of you here. I'm going to not strangle. If you wouldn't mind throwing me to our little camera here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do just want to throw it over to the student section and show y'all just what we're talking about is these guys have been just absolutely bonkers tonight. Cheering, screaming, yelling, supporting their team. And as you see, quite the contingency of young Panthers. I believe we've also got members of the girls basketball team kind of hanging out over in this general area. I did see Honey Aldridge over there earlier. Looks like she might be gone now. So, of course, Honey with her blonde hair, 6 foot tall, she sticks out. All right, back over the top of you here. Sorry. So, 65 seconds left to go here.
As Panthers lead it by 6.
It's going to be Maybank basketball, and it looks like the Bears going to go ahead and come up in the press for the last 65 of this one. Carter Sims with it, going to be working against Fulgham. Fulgham going to intentionally foul. So Sims going to be going to the line. Been there a couple times so far tonight, I believe.
He's just been there the once.
The once, okay. First one goes down. Yeah, I said a couple of times. As soon as I said it, I went, maybe it was just once, maybe.
Yeah, last time he was there, he went 1-1, so looking to improve upon that.
And he does, gets them both this time. Back to an 8-point advantage. Man Scott calling out orders to his teammates. Again, can't lose focus here. Maybe under a minute, but only an 8-point lead in a dangerous score like Man Scott as he steps back, puts up the 3, no good. It was his worst shot of the night, just kind of a desperation shot. Ends up in the hands of Fulgham, who's going to take a 3, no good. Collected by Luke. Luke going to try and dribble around, not get the intentional foul. It looks like Brownsboro is going to go ahead. Oh, no. So Wright going to foul intentionally. That will be his 5th, so he will be out of the ball game. Do like to see that. Wright goes over, shakes Coach Carter's hands. Well, just the one. Shook his hand.
Shook his hand.
Not both.
Shook both of them.
First shot for Jaden Collin. Bounces around but does go down. The replacement in, by the way, number 11, Logan Epperson for the Bears. Second shot for Collin. A little too short. Collected off the front rim by the Bears. They're going to push it down here. Kick it over across to Scott. Scott with a nice behind-the-back move. Almost lost it. Gets into the paint. Puts one off the glass. No good. And fight for the ball. And Luke Carter going to win it. And run into the cheerleading squad of the Brownsboro Bears. Completely unintentionally. Completely.
Yeah, he was shoved over there.
Yeah, that's exactly
Shoved
that.
over into the cheerleaders right there. No choice of his.
First shot for Luke, no good. And another substitution is that's number 4 coming into the ball game for Fulgham. It's Palmer. So inbound, under 10 seconds to go here. Brownsboro just looking for some respect points. Gives it to Delaney. Shot up and good. How about the respect points? Put some respect on that name. But that's the way it'll end. 69-62. Maybank able to avenge the loss to the Brownsboro Bears with a home victory. As I'm sure one of our fantastic young men will be heading over here shortly. Give me 1 second. 1 second, folks.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
How we sounding right here? This good?
Yes, sir. Sounding good. All right. Here, I'm going to come across the top of you here, JD. I'm sorry. All right, so we have got the senior class of 2025 here. So, boys, let's go ahead and put a bow on this one tonight. So, a tough opponent as y'all are getting ready to go into the playoffs. So, playing against a good player like Man Scott, against a good team like these Brownsboro Bears, how does that help y'all build momentum going into the playoffs?
I mean, it feels great. We were able to come away with stops when we needed it, like we could really bear down. That's something that's going to come up big in playoffs. We really took care of the ball at the end of the game. It's another thing that's going to be big throughout our playoff run. I think that playing Athens and then this game tonight it's really going to help propel us into the playoffs. So that way we know what it's like to be pressured and how to handle it.
Perfect. Well, we'll start with you, Perk. So I want to ask everybody, what was your favorite memory over your 4 years of playing basketball here at this Panther Gymnasium? What's been your favorite memory here in this gymnasium?
I mean, last year we had MYBA night, whiteout, junior high night. We had every single event that we could on the last game of the season. District championship. We had Maybank kids sitting on the Canton side. We were both battling out for the district champions. Ended up coming away with the win. I think that's got to be the number one for me.
Perfect. All right, Caden?
My favorite memory was probably when Carter Sims dunked on Dalen over here, and that was a good day at practice.
Was that your favorite memory too, Dalen? What about you, Matt? And Matt, just real quickly, man, your season was taken from you. You were such a joy to watch on the court, and we know you would literally murder to be out here with these guys right now. So I just want to say from me and JD, from all of us that have got to watch you and get to play, it was an honor, man. It really was. We loved getting to watch you play. We're sorry we didn't get to watch you play any longer, but we couldn't be more proud of you and happy for your future and what you got going on. So I'll shut up now. Tell me your favorite thing.
Thank you. I would probably say my favorite thing this year was cooking Coach Sabo when I could play. He could not guard me.
Dalen?
Mine was definitely smacking Luke in the face after he pushed me on a foul and stuff, but yeah, that's probably mine.
Okay, fair enough. And the good Reverend.
Favorite memory?
Man, we saved you for last. You're supposed to know. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Probably just Coach Carter, just always bringing the energy. And, I mean, that's really about it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, boys, y'all have got a lot more work to do. You got to find out who your playoff opponent is and start the playoffs next week. So y'all keep the nose at the grindstone, and we appreciate y'all keeping us entertained and keeping us locked in on Maybank Panther Sports. It's been an honor to cover you guys, and can't wait to keep doing it for several more weeks. So, all right, boys. Thank y'all. I'm telling you, there's not a group of kids that I think I like more than the senior basketball guys over in Maybank. They're just always super courteous, super professional, come in, give you a well-thought-out answer. You know, you got to give Rev a little knuckleheaded rub every once in a while just because that's just Rev. I love Rev. That's my boy right there. But that is just a crew right there that you just can't put words to express what kind of a group of young men is, what kind of a group that group of young men is. They're fun to watch out on the basketball court. There are a lot of, great things that they do there. They were the ones that played football. Actually, pretty much all these guys played football except for Matt. So, I mean, they're fun to watch on the football field. They're fun to watch here on the basketball court. A few of them are going to be fun to watch on the baseball court. But I'm telling you, you've been spoiled over the last 4 years with these guys, Maybank. You're not going to see their like again. So.
Absolutely. They were absolute delights to be able to cover in the, short time that I was able to know them. But, dude, watching them go out there and compete the way that they did, just a real joy and honor to watch.
Absolutely. Well, we've still got a lot more joy and honor as, again, it's senior night, so we're a little reflective here. But don't forget, folks, basketball season ain't over, baby. We still got plenty of basketball left to go. You got the girls still in the playoffs. They're going to be playing again later this week. Haven't found Thursday or Friday yet. Again, Paris and Wills Point playing their game tonight. After that gets done, Coach Sutton and the winning coach will get together, try and figure it out, and we'll let you know. Should probably know by tomorrow when it's going to be going down, so we'll let you know. And then for the boys, again, we're not exactly positive. This was the last day of the regular season for boys basketball. Still a potential for having to play off and things like that and play-in chances and all kinds of stuff. So nothing's set in stone over on the boys' side of the playoffs quite yet. But as soon as we know, we'll let you know, and, of course, we'll keep you informed here. Well, all right, the Maybank Panthers finish off the regular season with a win, 69-62, getting revenge over the Brownsboro Bears and defending their court. So for Cedar Creek Media, I'm Taylor Honey.
And I'm J.D. Bird.
We will see you next time. Y'all have yourself a fantastic evening.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.